hello, hello, hello. All right, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. Actually, about another minute or two. Then we gonna press on. Hello, hello, hello. Thank y'all for joining. Thank you for joining. Well, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Come on, y'all. What day is it? It's Monday, Monday, Monday. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So it's Monday, Happy Indigenous People Day. If you do not know, today we are celebrating Indigenous people. All right? You do what you want, however, it is Happy Indigenous People Day. So welcome to Real Resilient Conversations. I'm your girl, Quita, and it is time for my RRCC, meaning my Real Resilient Conversation Committee. Welcome back, family. For those of you, if this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that something that is said today gives you a sense of purpose and joy. And it gives you the opportunity to become more resilient in a real way. So, those of you that are here, that have always been here, hello, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for my compliment. This hair was a moment in time today. So, for those of you, if this is your first time, what I do is every other week, every other Monday, we come right back here, same time, same place, and I take a random topic with a quirky, unique type of way, and I make it into a way to become real resilient in every day. Hey, Eb, Kiana, Sandra, Jamar, Be Still 21. Hello, hello, hello. Thank y'all so much for joining. It means the world to me to see you here today. So I thank you. I thank you for your time. So I will be cognizant of your time and try and make sure that I give you your time in a real resilient way. Okay. So today's topic is donut holes. So tell me in the chat, when you heard that the topic was donut holes, what in the world was going through your mind? What were you thinking? You were like, this girl done lost it. What were you thinking when you heard of the topic donut holes? Because, like I said, I take random topics, I give it a twist and a twirl and a turnaround, and I say, what can we do to still grasp your attention, but to still give you a way to become more resilient? When you're seeing donut holes in the chat, tell me what y'all think. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of she said, I got hungry. Not hungry. For those of y'all that aren't from the South, we say hungry when we real hungry. We don't say we're hungry. We say we hungry. So today's topic, when we talk about donut holes, there's just so many different ways and different paths in which I could have taken it, right? And I just really want to know, when y'all seen it, you said Krispy Kreme, only Krispy Kreme, more than Krispy Kreme sell donut holes, but I can appreciate your honesty. Because guess what? Quita love donut holes. That's a shame. This is probably why I'm 160 right now, eating donut holes. All right. So is there a such thing as a donut philosophy? Because we're talking about donut holes. Is there a donut philosophy? Could there be? What y'all think? You think there's a such thing? Because guess what? There is always a bite-sized version of something greater. Sandra, that is awesome. That is an awesome way to look at it. So yes, that's kind of where I'm going. You kind of know where I'm munching off to, right? So the donut philosophy is, whatever life takes you, whichever way that life takes you, whatever life throws at you, the challenge that you can have today is to keep your eye upon the donut and not the hole. So what does that mean to somebody? Keep your eye on the donut and not the hole, because the hole that's in the center, the donut hole basically, is already missing. So what does that mean, to keep your eye on the donut and not on the missing part? What would that mean to you if someone told you, use the donut philosophy, keep your eye on the donut and not the donut? And not the hole, right? Because it's easy to look at our problems. It's easy to look at the things that are going on in our lives that challenge us, that put us at a state of, I I should be or why aren't I type of thought process, right? Whenever you're saying, look at the bigger picture. What's the bigger picture here? Because the donut is the bigger picture. The donut hole may just be a part of the bigger picture. Now, there's different variations to that, right? So once you're in a hole, though, so when you think of hole or the hole, once you're in the hole, the only way to go is to look up and to look around, because there's more to it than just what you can see, right? So you have to come out of that hole and look at the bigger picture. So when I'm thinking about the bigger picture, oh, somebody asked about the dress. This outfit came from J. Nicole Fashions. That's here in Florida, in Fort Walton Beach. If you need to know where to find her, I will make sure and put that down in the chat for you, for those that want to know. So the opportunity to use the hole that was missing, that looks as if it is a missing piece, which is not necessarily missing, could be an opportunity to become something all by itself. So when we are looking at what can I become, so thinking about this also, if you are part of a family and now you go off to become yourself, now you are the donut hole. The rest of the family is the rest of the donut. However, you are the donut hole. Does that mean that now there is something that's missing from the family? Of course not. If you put the donut hole back in the donut, it's still a whole donut. Just a different type of donut. I like to call them jelly-filled donuts because I eat those too. However, when we're talking about becoming a whole, sometimes you have to be set apart to go for the win in order to have the WHOLE, to become a whole person, right? The whole of you, the entirety of you, the WHOLE has to be taken apart to be the whole, which is the HOLE. But in order to do that, in order to win, you gotta be separate, right? So somebody somewhere is loving the donut holes versus the donut. They like, I don't want the whole donut. Why would you want the donut hole versus the donut? So down in the chat, tell me what would make you want less in order to get ahead. So think of it. Let me know. Because whenever I think about holes, I'm thinking about not just in the sense of donuts. I'm thinking about holes in the ground. I'm thinking about potholes. I'm thinking about holes, and there's something that's around it, right? There has to be something around it in order for it to be considered a hole. Am I right or wrong? Y'all tell me if I'm going too deep. Y'all tell me. Bring it on back. Bring it in. But in order to become whole, WHOLE, if you're looking at the hole, right, in the ground, you're looking at the hole for a pothole, right? Sometimes you like, especially in our cars, potholes, we like, I'm going around it, right? And then maybe you do need the hole, the entirety, because if you go into the hole, some of us, when we go into the hole and not become the whole separate, then what happens? We find ourselves in depression. We find ourselves in self-pity. We go through these up and down moments in our lives, and then we question, where should I really be? Should I be a part of this group? Should I be a part of this team? Should I be a part of this organization in order for me to feel like I belong? And sometimes you don't. Sometimes being set apart and being an entrepreneur. Sometimes being set apart and being single. Sometimes being set apart and not being able to go to all of the places that everyone is going to in order for you to be getting ahead. In order for you to be exactly what you need to be at the time you need to be it. Y'all, I preach this to myself. I have to look myself in the mirror and say the very same thing. Quita, you are not married. You don't have children because this is your whole part. This is a part of you. So your wholeness at this point where you feel like you're in a hole, but there are things going on around you that you're like, but I should be a part of it. But at this point in my life, I am to be whole separately. So someone else is still ready, or something else is ready to enjoy me in my wholeness as a whole and not a part of the donut. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Y'all tell me if I'm going too deep. If I'm going too deep, bring it back. Okay, all right. All right. So when you buy donut holes, I prefer the donut holes over the donuts. Why? Because sometimes the donut hole is just too much. Am I right? You like, dang, I just want a little bit of donut, but Man, if I get that whole 2 dozen of donuts, I'm going to look like a little fatty. Because I do that all the time. So what I do, I go and I get the little Krispy Kreme. They got the little donut bites. You can get different flavors. You can get, I think it's like apple. They got strawberry. They got all these different kinds, right? Guess what? Today I am a whole lemon blueberry donut hole, all in itself. And guess what? I am pleased to be a donut hole, and not a part of the donut. Why? Why do I have to be a donut hole versus a donut? Let's go back to how a donut hole is even made. You know, the donuts now, they got the little rollers, and they roll, and then it makes the circle for the donut, and it cuts out the donut hole. Well, somebody somewhere said, why are we wasting this other part? We can use this for something else. For people that don't want the whole donut, that just want a bite size or snack size, you're counting calories, you're looking at ways to become healthier, but you can still have a little cheat meal, they need the donut holes. They don't want the whole donut. So, someone said I can cook it the same way. Matter of fact, go back into history a little bit, give a little history lesson on donut making. Somebody said we need to cut out a center because guess what? I don't want the outside fried and burnt and the inside have raw dough. So we just going to cut out the middle. We still going to have donuts, still going to taste delicious. I can still put icing on it or whatever, and it's still going to be amazing, right? At what point did somebody say, well then why are we getting rid of this instead of trying to roll it back up into dough, flatten it out again, make more donuts? Can we use this little part right here? Huh. Ding dong. The light switch came on, right? So when the light switch comes on, someone said, let's use it. And let's see who likes it. Let's see who wants it. Let's see who wants to make it a part of their daily. And it came as a hit. Somebody said, yo, this is amazing. Where has this been? And as soon as I got my hands on it, I said, this reminds me of being separate yet equal. So I am in a African American studies class, and the separate but equal portion came up in school, and I was thinking, is it really separate but equal? And at some point someone can say no, right? But in this instance, if all I needed was a snack size, would the whole donut be a waste? Think about the things that we are trying to be a part in our lives. Are we trying to be a part of something that would be wasteful, that would waste our time, waste our energy, waste our efforts? Being a part of that as a whole, at some point, you are not going to be done, or you're going to be undercooked, or you're going to be overcooked, depending on where you are in that donut. So there had to be a point to where the whole would have to be either separate and cooked alone, or cooked with it. And now you end up being under-processed, underappreciated, under-loved, under-financed, whatever the under is that was in the middle that wasn't being cooked, right? You had to become separate in order for you to be cooked equally as the donut, right? You had to be fried equally, but you couldn't be fried with this group, with this team, with this organization, with this job, right? All right, let me give it to y'all like this. The opportunity for me to be a part, if you had a job, not a career now, but a job, would you not want to be set apart? Because you don't want to be a part of this job when you could use the skills, the knowledge, hone in on the things that you need in order to take it and utilize it when you're ready, right? So now you're a donut hole, learning the skills, learning the knowledge, learning the way that the business goes. In order for you to become a part of entrepreneurship, in order for you to become a part of the big organization, in order for you to be able to spend without looking at your bank account. Right? So until that time comes, you have to be set apart in order for you to understand what it means to budget, in order for you to understand what it means to be diligent and hardworking, in order for you to understand what it means to appreciate a relationship. So you got to go through some bad relationships. You got to go through the ups and the downs and the frustrations and the disappointments in order for you to appreciate being a part of something greater than you, right? If you are looking at your finances and you're trying to figure out why things are not working out the way that they should, because I ask myself this question all the time. My best friend's on here, she can tell you. I call her and I tell her that it is something going on in the atmosphere that is shifting. want to know why. In order for me, now this is Quita talking. In order for Quita to understand how I can get to a place where I don't have to worry about money, I have to separate myself and I have to be on a budget. I have to understand how to take care of the little before I can become a part of the lot. So can I go shopping however I want to? If I really need it, then I'm shopping on a budget. I'm spending $15, $20 here. I can't go and spend $200 worth of clothes. That's just not how it is, right? You have to separate yourself. So, you can't go out to eat with everybody when they want to go out to eat at work. No, you can't go. You can't go on that vacation. No, you can't go and buy a new car. You have to be diligent, right? So in order for us to get to a resilient portion, you have to be real with yourself and with where you are going and how you have to become that donut hole, because being a part of everybody else is going to put you at a disadvantage, to where you are going to be under. You're going to be underappreciated, under-recognized, under-loved, and you're going to wonder why. It's because you are undercooked. You are still in a raw stage. Now you don't even want you. Now you falling into that deep depression. Now you're falling into frustration. Now you're falling into all of the things that wear us down, right? Hey y'all, it's time for us to give up trying to be the donut. Sometimes it's time to be the donut hole and be separate. You're separate because you are appreciated. You're separate because you know how to do self-love. You're separate because you know how to take care of a home. You're separate because you got to stay in a one-bedroom apartment until you can learn how to clean that one-bedroom apartment, right? Take care of the little before you can get a lot. So you got to take care of the little. Take care of you. Learn to be a donut hole before you can become a part of the donut family, and before you can have your own family. Now that circle is your family, right? Now you're ready to be a donut. But right now, be a donut hole. Take care of you so you can take care of your children. Take care of you so you can take care of your health. Take care of you so you know how to bounce back when you lose a job, when things don't go right, when you have to spend more money than you planned on. Be resilient, right? Be a donut hole. So, let's see. I really hope that the information that I gave y'all today was helpful. I just tried to give a different spin to a donut hole, and because we are all at some point in our life at a donut hole state where we can't be where we want to be. We cannot be a whole donut because maybe we're just not ready to be a whole donut. At this point in our life, we have to be a donut hole. We just have to be that little bit before we can be ready to gain the lot, right? All right, so I am done before my time. Look at God, look at God, look at God. So I hope that you take the information that I gave you today that is most important for you. And I used to say, take out the meat and spit out the bone. So use the same thing. Take out the donut hole and get rid of the donut until you're ready and you are prepared. So take this time as a donut hole to prepare yourself to become great, to become the better, so you can be the wholeness, WHOLE, as you grow and develop as a whole, HOLE. All right, I love y'all, and take the time to like, share, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed, make sure you click on that button up there at the top. Like, share, and subscribe. Guess what? Those of you that are on my YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. I love, love, love y'all. I can't wait to see the comments down below. And guess what? 2 weeks on what? The 25th of October. Guess what our next topic is going to be? Y'all going to just... I know y'all through with me. I know y'all are, but not just yet. Next topic is going to be plant-based. Plant-based is going to be our next topic in 2 weeks on the 25th of October. So until I see you again on the 25th of October, same time, same place, same space of love, joy, happiness, and peace. I cannot wait to see y'all. Until then, see ya. Blessings, peace, peace, peace. Ooh.